Have you ever pondered why our biggest breakthroughs often spring from our darkest blunders? It's a curious thought, isn't it? Our society often views mistakes as signs of weakness, but what if we flip the narrative? What if we told you that your greatest lessons, your most profound advancements, are hidden within these errors? Imagine, if you will, a world where every mistake is a stepping stone towards greatness. A world where each blunder is a beacon, illuminating the path to personal growth and development. It may sound far-fetched, but it's not as unrealistic as you might think. You see, it's all about perspective. The psychological aspect of learning from our mistakes is a powerful tool that, when harnessed correctly, can transform our lives in ways we never imagined. It's about viewing every misstep not as a setback, but as an opportunity for growth. As the saying goes, mistakes have the power to turn you into something better than you were before. Now let's take a trip back in time and meet one of the greatest inventors of all time, Thomas Alva Edison. Born in the middle of the 19th century, Edison was a man who quite literally brought light into our world. His journey, however, wasn't a straight path paved with instant successes. Quite the contrary, it was a winding road marked with thousands of failed attempts. Edison's most famous invention, the electric light bulb, was not a product of a single eureka moment. It was the result of relentless persistence, tireless experimentation, and yes, countless failures. The process was tedious, and the progress was often slow. He tested over 3,000 designs for bulbs before he found the one that worked. That's 3,000 different ways that didn't work, 3,000 lessons learned, and 3,000 steps closer to success. But Edison didn't view these unsuccessful attempts as failures. He saw them as an integral part of the process, as stepping stones that led him closer to his goal. His mindset was remarkably resilient. He didn't let the weight of his so-called failures crush him. Instead, he used them as fuel to keep going, to keep experimenting, and to keep learning. And that's exactly what he did. He kept going, he kept pushing, and finally, after years of experiments and thousands of unsuccessful attempts, he invented a practical, long-lasting electric light bulb that revolutionized the world. Edison's story is a powerful testament to the idea that it's not about how many times you fail, but how you learn from these failures and keep going. It's about transforming your mistakes into stepping stones that lead you closer to your goal. It's about understanding that the road to success is often paved with lessons learned from failure. Edison once said, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." What an extraordinary way to perceive mistakes, isn't it? So next time you stumble or fall, remember Edison. Remember that every mistake is an opportunity to learn, to grow, and to move one step closer to success. So what can we take away from Edison's story? The essence is this: every mistake is a learning opportunity. Edison's journey wasn't a straight line to success, but a winding path filled with bumps and stumbles. Yet, he pressed on, viewing each setback not as a failure, but as a lesson. When we trip up, it's natural to want to shy away from the mistake, to bury it and forget it ever happened. But here's the thing: mistakes are not our enemies. They are our teachers, guiding us towards growth and improvement. So let's not shy away from our errors. Let's embrace them, let's dissect them, understand them, and use them to fuel our progress. Because every mistake, every misstep, brings us one step closer to our goals. And the beauty of it all, we become stronger, wiser, more resilient. Remember, it's not the mistake that defines you, but how you respond to it. So how do we apply this knowledge in our daily lives? You see, it's all about perspective. Mistakes, setbacks, failures, they're not the end of the world. In fact, they're the beginning of a journey towards self-improvement. It's all about how you choose to respond. First, embrace self-reflection. Look inward, dissect your actions, and try to understand why things didn't go as planned. This introspection will lead to better decision-making in the future. Next, take responsibility. It's easy to blame external factors for our failures, but the truth is, our actions often play a significant role. Recognize this, own up to it, and you'll find it's easier to move forward. Lastly, see every setback as a stepping stone. Each mistake is an opportunity disguised as a problem. Use it to grow, to learn, to evolve. As we wrap up, keep in mind that the path to success is paved with mistakes. Embrace them, learn from them, and watch as they transform you into a better version of yourself.